Hello and welcome back to Gunnar Vibe. And we are back for the post-match analysis of Villa against Arsenal. You would have just seen my preview for this game. It was always going to be a difficult one, a difficult and a disappointing 1-0 loss at Villa Park. Villa actually have proved that their form is not fluke. They have gone 15 games unbeaten in a row at Villa Park and beating both the champions of last season, Man City, 3 days ago, and then beating the challengers from last season, Arsenal, 1-0, which is a reverse from the 4-2 win that Arsenal had last season at Villa Park. It was a very tough game, tight game, as expected. It was a game of a 1-0 or a 2-1 max. It was never going to be a free goal scoring game because Villa are a very low to mid block team, very tight defensively and very good off the ball. Coached by Unai Emery, Arsenal's ex-manager. If you break down the 11 was exactly the same, strongest 11 by Mikel Arteta, no doubt about that, and that was of course not a shocker. It was actually a very good 11. Could have got away with a win today. If it weren't for our own finishing, I wouldn't blame the referees and the VAR's calls. There was a little bit of suspicion there. I will discuss that about a little bit later. But team was great. First half, Villa caught us cold with minute 7, and McGinn got that goal. But post that goal, I think between minute 7 to minute 45, Arsenal did have a decent amount of possession and decent half chances. I think we just couldn't get that finish across. Odegaard had a couple of good chances in the first half. He could have finished it, and we could have easily back in the game for 1-1. So we missed chances, to be very honest, in the first half. One from Jesus, one from Martinelli had a long attempt, which was cleared off the line, which wasn't like a convicted or a goal with a conviction. It was a very soft effort, easily cleared off the line by Diego Carlos. Odegaard had that half chance. He hit straight to the keeper. Jesus had a couple of half chances, which again, we directly gave it to the keeper. Saka had a chance and he fluffed the same. He tried the same goal attempt as Wolves, but Martinez was ready for it today. So a lot of good chances. I mean, if you just look at the whole game, overall we had 61% possession, XG of 1.36, and Villa only had 0.51. So we actually had a lot more opportunities and chances to score and create a goal than Villa. Total shots, 12 Arsenal to 10 Villa. Shots on target, we had more than Villa, 5 on target to Villa's 3. So from which one of them was their goal. So a very tight game, a very cagey game, a game of very few, mistakes here and there, and somebody capitalizing on it. So they capitalized on our defensive error. They picked that goal out. And then the surprising thing is, if you compare to our game versus the Man City game, Villa against Man City game 3 days ago, Villa actually scored at minute 73 there. So City had only 13 minutes to come back, whereas we actually had a good 83 minutes to actually create an opportunity and score a goal. And unfortunately, we were not good up to the mark for finishing this in this game, and we were punished. By the time second half rolled, I was expecting maybe a draw because we didn't look today, like ourselves. We were a little cagey. We were very poor, to be honest. We have to give Villa credit as well. We cannot keep blaming our missed chances, refereeing decisions, whenever we lose. We also have to credit the opposition team. So today, full marks to Villa. They kept their formation right, their plan, they executed their plan, and they managed to nullify Odegaard, who was missing today for us, and subdued as well today, both Martinelli and Saka. So those three are subdued. Our attack is virtually nothing. If I have to give someone the best performance in terms of an Arsenal shirt, it was Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz really made it happen today. Uh, Created lots of opportunities, and his goal, of course, was initially, in the end, ruled out. I think that was a fair decision. I'm not disputing that Kai Havertz did not handle the ball, but the decision, talking about the second half now, we again had plenty of chances. Saka scored one, which was clearly deemed offside. The foul on Gabriel Jesus, which we have seen multiple times, was easily a penalty. He controlled the ball, and he was literally, hit on the calf, and that was inside the box, not given a penalty. Very surprising for me. That was still, like, even when that happened, we still had chances. We still had time to go and create opportunities, but we didn't make that happen. Trossard came on and Ketia came on. I think after that, we still had a chance here and there. And I think the final, chance that fell was to Kai Havertz. When the ball actually was crossed in, and it actually hit, and the Aston Villa's defender Anthony Cash's arm. So my question to the Premier League referees and the VAR is, yes, it's a Kai Havertz handball, but before even hitting Kai Havertz, it literally hit the defender in front of the goal on his arm. They completely, like, ignored that, and then directly went to the next, like, after it bounced off of the defender's arm, it hit Kai Havertz's hand, and they gave that as a handball and no goal. But I'm very surprised at how did they miss the handball from the defender right in front of goal, right? And that is surprising to me. So that should have been a clear penalty for the defender's arm hitting the ball in front of literally within the 6-yard box. Barring that, I think Nketiah had a last attempt. He headed it over the top. No other chances that we could muster. Odegaard missed a beautiful chance right on his left foot. He completely missed the target on that. There were opportunities in the game where we could have made it at least 1-1, if not 2-1, and come back with 3 points from the Midlands. But I think we failed today. So we have to call spade a spade. We didn't deserve to win today based on the chances missed. But definitely we at least deserved a point, in my opinion. But we didn't come up with any points from this game. And as I just mentioned before this game, we have a run of 4 games, including today, which is really tough. Now we have Brighton home, Liverpool away, and West Ham home. 12 points was the target before end of this year from those 4 games. We've already dropped in 3 points. 9 points was the target, sorry. And I think I mentioned that means at least 3 wins out of the 4. We've already dropped the first 3 points. We have very little room to wiggle to get all 3 wins. Of course, the hope is all 3 wins, but even if we can get 2 wins and a draw, avoid defeat until end of the year, that will be a successful run until Christmas, and we have a break until we go into the new year. So let's look on to the next game. Chin up to the boys. Kudos to Kai Havertz. Kudos to all other players who kind of put in a shift. I mean, Saliba was immense. Gabriel was insane. Really good defensively, except for the error that caused the goal. He was really great for the rest of the game. A little bit of suspect still. Zinchenko, I don't even know if he's an out-and-out defender, because usually he's the one who's caught, and then our other 3 defensive line gets into pressure. So 1-0 defeat, disappointing today at Villa Park, but Gunnar Vibe is always gonna support our team. Hopefully we come back, correct our mistakes, and get up and running against Brighton, which is going to be a super difficult game again at the Emirates. De Zerbi is a great manager, and he has gotten the better of Arteta a couple of times already, and at the Emirates last season. So we have to be cautious when we play that game. We at least need to come back to winning ways after this defeat. So time for reflection. Hopefully this helps us to kick on for the rest of the season. The title race now looks pretty wide open. Liverpool actually are 1 point ahead, 37. Arsenal 36 and Aston Villa 35. So don't be surprised if Aston Villa could be an outsider dark horse in the title race. So City actually at 30, so they're still like 6 points behind us, but one game to play. And they play Luton tomorrow. So who knows? If they come back to winning ways, it's going to be 33, 35, 36, and 37. So they're back in it. I mean, we dropped points today. So it's going to be a very tight race this season. My opinion, it's going to be Liverpool against Arsenal against Man City. Aston Villa will be up there. Definitely, they will finish in the top four. I think these are the top four, if you ask me. Early prediction. Man United again lost today 3-0 at home to Bournemouth. Um, Other games that that was just mediocre. Brighton, good for Arsenal is Brighton at home drew 1-1 to Burnley. Crystal Palace were actually winning. If you saw my previous video, then they conceded 2 late goals, and Liverpool actually came back with 3 points. So not a great result for the top of the table. But then Sheffield United got their second win of the season to Brentford, and then Wolves and Nottingham Forest played out a 1-1 draw. So tomorrow's lineup is very interesting. Everton and Chelsea kind of play each other. They're kind of like 19 and very close to each other. In the bottom, Fulham and West Ham will be a very interesting game. Both teams coming into a little bit of the form. Around they're going to be challenging between 5 to 8. These two teams. And then Luton against Man City. And then the final game would be, again, this is going to be a battle of number 5, Tottenham against Newcastle United. So let's see how it goes. And for Arsenal, time to reflect, go to the PSV game, get at least a win, and then look forward to the next game on the 17th, which is Arsenal against Brighton. See you soon. Thanks a lot for watching Gunnar Vibe. Thanks for supporting. Please hit the subscribe and share button, and do share this with your friends and family. Up till then, take care and talk to you soon.